You don't often associate Frisbees and skating unless you're Rob McLeod. He's so serious about it, he currently holds several Guinness World Records for Frisbee catching on ice and claims his religion is Frisbeetarian. Now, Rob is from Calgary, but is in Edmonton right now to try and break his own records, and he wants to do it at the Silver Skate Festival. But first, he is here with us in studio. Hello, Rob.
Thanks for having me.
So first off, tell us how you brought these two disciplines together, Frisbee and skating.
So these records have existed for a while. They were actually set in like 1990, 1991 by a friend of mine in Minnesota. I first met him in 2011, knew about the records, and talked to him about them, and he said, go after them. But he said, all you have to do is just take a picture of the ice. Okay. Just so he could see where I broke the record. So I got to send him a picture of Hawrelak Park.
Okay. Yeah. How many records do you currently hold?
So 6 Guinness World Records.
Wow.
12 world records total.
And what are the records that you want to break this weekend?
So self-caught flight on ice skate. So I throw, skate, and catch. And we're measuring the total time that the disc is in the air. Okay. We're measuring the total distance from where I throw to where I catch. And then it's a combination of the two. So in a real competition, if you and I are going head-to-head, you might beat me on time, I might beat you on distance, but the overall winner is the one, when you combine the scores together, has a higher score.
Okay. Yeah. And the others that you're going to break?
So, well, those are the three.
Those are the three.
Yeah.
Okay.
So time, distance, and then a combination of the two.
Okay. Yeah. How do you get good at this exactly?
So you have to skate is the first thing.
Yeah.
And I've been skating my whole life. Although I've learned a lot this week about skating that I didn't know a lot about. You can sharpen your skates differently, and depending on how much of the blade is on the ice, you could actually be faster and how flat the bottom of the skate is. So it's been a big learning experience for me. So, I've been skating for 30-some years, and in 3 days I learned more than I did the whole time. Wow. So that's a big part, because you have to be able to get to your throw. And then the other part is knowing how to throw it properly. So we always want to throw it into the wind, so it's always wind assisted. And then the wind actually brings it back and it glides down on the wind for us.
Is there any sort of classic mistake that people usually make when throwing a Frisbee?
Yeah, they don't have enough snap. And if you can think of the Frisbee like a wing or an airplane, if you throw it too vertical, it's going to stall out. So you want to keep it typically nice and flat. Okay. But always have a lot of snap. You want to have a lot of spin on it. Yeah. Just like you're spinning a top on a table. The more spin, the more stability, and the longer you can hold it for. Okay. Yeah. So like you mentioned, you want to throw into the wind. So how concerned are you about the weather conditions for your record attempt? I never worry about it. I show up and whatever happens, happens. So. Yeah. You can plan ahead if it's going to be minus 30 out, which it's not going to be, luckily. And if it's too warm, then it's not going to be warm enough for long enough that the ice is going to melt. But so I think it should be actually pretty perfect. Just hopefully we have some wind. Yeah. Where can we see all of this happen? And so Hawrelak Park on Saturday from 12 to 2 at the Silver Skate Festival, which is totally free to go to. There's some parts of the Silver Skate that are paid, so like the ice castles and the Lover's Lane for Valentine's Day, you have to pay for it. Yeah, okay. Most of it's free charge, so just go in, park, walk down to the big frozen pond. Yeah. We'll be there 12 to 2. We have an MC who's going to be announcing all the results. And Discovery Channel is actually filming for Daily Planet, which is going to be airing next week. So they're going to have a drone flying and filming, which I've never seen it from above, so it'll be pretty interesting to watch that. And so before you go ahead for your record attempts, are you going to be praying to the gods of Frisbeetarianism, or how does that work exactly? My slogan is let the wind guide you. So literally I get out on the ice and I start warming up and find the wind. Well, it sounds awesome. Good luck to you. Thank you. Rob McLeod calls himself a Frisbee ambassador, and he is in town looking to set new world records for Frisbee on ice this weekend.